Today we're going to talk about the Sol-20 from Processor Technology, which started as an add-in card company producing mainly memory cards for the MIT's Altair 8800. Like many similar companies, they quickly expanded into producing competitive systems themselves. Based on the Intel 8080 microprocessor, this machine occupies a special place in computing history for technical and aesthetic reasons. The sides are made of walnut. It was also one of the earliest computers to include a keyboard interface and support circuitry for full implementation of every 8080 function. The system includes a monitor ROM that allowed the user to boot the machine into a semi-usable mode on power up. By 1977, it was the dominant personal computer in the industry. It was in production until 1979, as about 10,000 of them were produced, some 5,000 as kits and some 5,000 as pre-builts. This Sol-20 here has 16K of memory and is completely compatible with the Altair 8080. So what was mentioned before is on startup, it goes right into a semi-usable state. In one of our previous examples, the IMSA, when it started up, you had to load the cutter boot prompt in order to get things going. With this machine, it starts right as we power up. So as soon as we power up, you're going to see we get a prompt, which looks and feels very much like a more modern machine. And just in previous examples, I'm going to show you real quick. We can look at the memory, we can load tapes, we can load cassette tapes, we can look at memory, we can execute functions right from this prompt. So if I look for memory again, I can use the dump function. So I'm going to look for memory from 000 to 00FF, and it shows me what's in the memory locations. And we can also modify memory. So just like we did before, I can do it 0000, return, and I can put here 07, and it's incrementing each time as well. We'll just do one line we'll look at, and you'll see there's the 07 and 08. So you get a prompt as soon as you start. The other nice thing about this one, this Sol-20, was you can also go into what's known as a local mode. And when you go into local mode, it actually works just as a terminal that could be connected to some other device. So you have both a computer and a terminal, and that's why they used to call it the Sol terminal computer, because you had both functions that you were able to use. So I'm going to use the MacBook here to simply upload a program into it to show you an example of a simple program. And while it's doing that, I'm also going to show you the brochure at the top. So the first thing I need to do is I need to set saying to it that the input is going to come from the external serial port. So that's set I equals 1. Now at this point, it's going to get all of its instructions externally. And I am going to upload now a program. And as you see, it is taking in the lines of that program. And while that's uploading, this was the brochure that was provided, including information about where you could buy the machine, price list, and has all the different information about the different models, the pre-configured systems. And at the end of this life of this machine, you actually could get a disk drive for this as well. But they show you the system with a monitor, cassette tape, and then you can go from there. And they show you the different types of things in the different memories. And what's really crazy is if you look at the suggested retail price, this is January 1st, 1978. For a machine that looks like this one with 8K of memory, it is assembled $1,850, or as a kit, $1,350. And every machine also came with this nice thick manual here And this manual basically showed you how to build the machine. So it had all of the information in here on how to assemble the machine, build the machine, the schematics, the diagrams, and all of the various text and information you would need, because remember, there was no internet back there like we have today. So when you needed help, there was someone that you would call at Brochure Technology, but if you were working on something at night, this became your manual for you to keep track of and learn how to use the machine. So I'm going to put that aside for a second. So at this point, we've loaded our program, and I'm going to hit return here, and now we're back at the prompt, and once again, we can use our commands to look at what we've loaded here. And you can see I just put in a little bit of what we loaded. In order to execute the program, we just type exec, and then we type in the memory location in which we want to start running it. So we're going to start running it at 0000. And this is a game of chase. And it's you chasing the robot. So the robot's chasing you. So I'm going to hit level of difficulty 0. And we are going to be running around this. So this is a game that would work on the IMSA and the Altair as well, because it was written for the 8080 processor. And I'm going to move the key here, and you're going to see things starting to move real quick. So as I move, I've been destroyed by one of the robots. So I'm going to try again real quick. I'm going to do J, so I'm actually going to move away. Oh, robot got me again. Robot got me again. Let me go down. Oh, I've been destroyed again. When this came out, people would have a lot of fun playing a simple game like this on the computer. The last thing I'm going to mention about this machine, which is really beautiful for our collection, is that if you look at the side of the machine and you look at the keyboard and the other things, you start seeing what would become what looks like a real computer. When we did our taping of our PET 2001, it had a small chiclet type keyboard, which would have made it very difficult to program on. Look at this keyboard. This is a full functioning keyboard, beautiful keyboard that would allow you to develop code and write on it and really take advantage of what a computer, a personal computer, should look like in the future. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and there'll be many more to come. Thank you.